Okie doke, I am live here. No RJ for now. Looks like he's going to be missing out on this one, but we are live. Ready to start this E3 Saturday. Ready to be stupid. Don't expect terribly much from this conference, if last week is anything to go by. But here we go.
What is poppin', everyone? Welcome
And
to
it's
day
these two
2
guys
of
again.
the
What a
Guerrillacollective
shock.
2. I'm so happy to be here. I'm your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, an indie game team in Terabang Entertainment. I am with my co-host and beautiful friend, Alex Wilmer.
Oh, you're beautiful, Justin.
What's happening?
I'm thrilled to be back for day 2 of the Guerrillacollective. So many great games on day 1. I'm very excited
So many
to see
great
what we have
games
in
on day
store
1, huh?
For day 2.
So much good stuff.
If day
Last
one's
week,
anything
we
to go
flexed
by,
on
then
you with some dope games from Neon Doctrine, saved some cuties in the Eternal Cylinder, and showcased some up-and-coming games from Bit Summit, as well as brought diversity to the mix, pun intended, with black voices in gaming. The Guerrillacollective is a grassroots movement, funded and supported by devs and close partners down for the cause. It was initially started as a global coalition of leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders coming together to help bring new announcements, gameplay.
I didn't
and
see an
reveals
industry
from
leader at
studios
all
of
last week,
sizes
so
direct to game enthusiasts, all of you guys worldwide. We will continue the
Saw a
movement
lot of
today,
independent
starting with
developers,
a
which
few
is fine, but no
announcements,
industry leaders.
exclusives, and premieres, and then connect with our friends at Wholesome Direct to share the latest and greatest cozy games that will give you the warm and fuzzies all over your body. Before we get started, though,
still not
we have
as
to give a huge
annoying
shout-out
as
to our sponsors, and
IGN's
this
yesterday.
is quite a mouthful. Shout outs to Good Shepherd, Humble Games, Tiny Build, PlayStation, Xbox, Kickstarter, Razer, Astro
So, like,
Gaming,
none
our
of these
fellow
guys
devs and
actually
publishers,
showed up
Two
last
Awesome
week,
Studio,
so
Akupara Games,
we'll see if they
All
have
In
anything
Games,
good for today.
Goblin Studio, Graffiti Games, Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Thunderful, and White Thorn Games.
Good job.
I did it.
And we've also teamed up with Valve to showcase the games on Steam in order to support these devs. So be sure to check out the Guerrillacollective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about these games, buy the games that are available now, and add the games to your wish lists for games that are not
Maltor,
yet
yes, it
launched.
is
So,
time. Welcome, welcome,
check
welcome.
out Steam event page, which is on the Guerrilla.
Right now, it
Collective
is just
website,
me.
Guerrillacollective.com.
RJ has some work. God damn, my computer's gonna get really annoying with these alerts.
Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting and hosting the stream: Twitch, Steam, IGN, and GameSpot. If it wasn't for your guys' help, this would not have been possible. But enough lip smacking and yakking. Let's get started with a few brand new exclusive indie titles.
But starting
and an
today,
update from a game that we're all looking
Guerrilla
forward to
Collective
checking
is
out. I know you can't wait.
the weakest of the group.
Can you?
Nope.
Definitely not. Let's go.
Yeah. And that's where most of y'all will be probably.
Hi
But
everyone,
RJ and I are going to be watching all of E3.
We are
but
so excited to be
This
able
morning,
to show
RJ
you
has
this
something to do,
gameplay
so he
sneak
may
peek
not
of
be
Marathon
here for
2,
Guerrilla,
our second
but
game,
he's definitely going to
arriving
be here
September
for
17th on
Ubisoft.
PC, Xbox One and Series, PlayStation 4,
And we might
PlayStation
be
5.
watching some terrible movie
Marathon 2
in
is a
between
third-person
this and the
stealth
Ubisoft
game where
conference
you
if
play
he
as an
shows up.
assassin with the power to control the shadows. As part of your clan, you'll have
I'm
to
doing
fight
fine,
the invader
Maltor.
armies to protect
I'm doing
your
fine.
people and to find a cure to the evil that afflicts
You missed out on some fun yesterday, though.
The
RJ and
main
I watched
pillars
yet
of
another
Marathon
episode
2
of Bible
are
Man.
stealth in its core, all new combat mechanics, and a robust co-op multiplayer system. This goes along with a newly designed character progression, customization, and a wide variety of abilities and shadow powers, so each player can live this new story in their own way. Stealth is the heart of Aragami 2, and we wanted the player to actually feel like a ninja, to be fast and agile, to use the environment in its favor, and the shadow powers to feel more organic.
Yeah, we
Now,
the one on the Discord is from last week. But we watched yet another episode last night.
You can use dash and shadow leap while in the air. You can hold onto walls and ledges. The whole experience of character movement is fun and gratifying.
I do like the animations here. They look better than anything we saw last week, that's for sure.
We also introduced special stealth covers, so now the character can interact with the special props, like tall grass, bushes and other vision occluding areas, in order to acquire special stealth behaviors and permitting contextual kills and KOs. As
This
for
looks
the shadow
interesting.
powers, we maintained some of the original ones and added a bunch more, as well as abilities and items. Let's now check out some combat. Since Aragami 2 is a stealth game, we challenge ourselves to create a combat system based on supernatural ninja skills, which also encourages stealth over brute force. We thought the best way to achieve this was to give our character agile and skillful movement, which empowers subterfuge and stealth us out instead of a lot of
subterfuge.
strength, and also reinforcing the feeling of being
I like
outnumbered by the enemy.
subterfuge.
And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we hope to have you embarking on this journey on September 17th.
This doesn't look bad. Aragami 2. Subterfuge. Ah, it's a side scroller. Oh, what do you know? Like, I think almost every game last week was side scrolling. Hi, Jake Bob. We're watching Guerrilla, so yes. While yesterday was a lot of indie stuff, this is Guerrilla, an even lower class of indie. If last week's anything to go by, today's just gonna be, yeah. But after this conference, there's about an hour and a half, 2 hours until Ubisoft, which is, you know, the big show. And then after Ubisoft, we have Devolver. I'm really looking forward to Devolver. Every year, Devolver finds a way to one-up themselves. Honestly, I wouldn't mind another Mario Rabbids. That was a game that surprised me. That was a game that surprised me. That was a game that should not have been as good as it was. Mario Rabbids should not have been as good as it was, but it was. So, I am completely blind on any... I've been staying away from any leaks or anything other than Starfield. So, I'm excited to be surprised by something. Anything, really. It looks like they're showing off better games this week than they did last week. Oh, well, since RJ wasn't here to start the day today, we haven't come up with any drinking rules. It's also 10 a.m., and I'd rather not start the drinking until, like, at least Ubisoft. Yeah, this definitely looks better than what we saw last week, even though it's still an isometric third-person game, like every other game at Guerrilla. Yeah, I am a lightweight, yeah. I did send Mac the schedule, and whatever ones he doesn't want to cover is, you know, to be here, but everybody's asleep. Everybody's sleeping. It's too early, I guess. I've been up for 6 hours already. Horizon isometric dial. Racing old people. At least they have better transitions between games. Last week was a nightmare. What do you mean, Max? Microsoft Bethesda's not till tomorrow. He's gonna be restreaming some stuff, and he said he'd join me for whatever that he's not doing on his own channel. I don't know what's happening here. Why am I watching a porno? Grime. Okay. Nothing gameplay-wise? It's probably going to be an isometric game or a side-scroller. Either isometric or side-scroller. I would be shocked if it was a first-person thing. Anything? Cool, you guys can do, you know, concept art. Good for you. What's the game? You realize you're trying to sell a video game, right? Okay, a singularity. That looks like an Unreal asset. Cool. I know nothing. That might be a third-person thing. Coming this year. That is way too early for that trailer. That trailer's anything to go by. It's not ready for another while. Jump on the feed. Okay. Bullets per minute. Wait, isn't this already a game?
Hello, my name's Josh Sullivan and I'm a designer on BPM Bullets Per Minute. BPM is a roguelike rhythm first-person shooter game where all of your actions and the actions of your enemies are tied to the beat of our epic rock opera soundtrack. Everything you do in BPM is tied to the beat of the music. This includes shooting and reloading your weapon.
Okay, that's actually cool.
See how satisfying that sounds? Your goal is to reach the end of our procedurally generated dungeons.
So it's a first-person roguelite.
Different weapons, abilities, and items each time you play. These weapons and abilities can radically alter the way you play, making each playthrough unique.
I don't mind the art style.
As the enemies are also
is this already a game?
To the music, fighting them can become an epic rhythm battle, making you, the player, feel like you're taking part in the soundtrack itself through your actions. Clearing each room will reward you.
If this is already a game, I'm getting it.
The better you handled clearing the room, the better the reward. Each floor has either an armory or a library, where you can buy cool new weapons or find exciting, game-changing abilities that make slaying enemies to the beat even more satisfying. You can also find shops to purchase useful items for your run. Unfortunately, you cannot pet the bird. Maybe next time.
Oh, that's a game breaker.
Each floor has its own boss and attacks in a unique way.
Yeah, this is a first-person roguelite, which if Gunfire Reborn's anything to go by, I'm fine with. But this whole going to the music, I love it. I love it. Holy shit. I'm gonna make a new note here.
Finishing off a boss is a dramatic musical crescendo that you, the player, are in full control of executing. BPM is out now on PC, but is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One this summer.
Oh, okay. So it already exists on PC. It's coming to console.
To the beat.
Okay, so it's coming to console. I am going to look into that. I might actually fucking get that. Oh, but now we got a side-scrolling platformer. Hooray! Like every other fucking game. BPM stood out to me though. The way it went with the music, I'm down for that. It's a fun idea. Maybe not original, but I don't really care. This side-scrolling action platformer. Wall climbing. Looking for anything new here. Anything clever or unique. Dash mechanic. Bullet hell. Okay. Well, this looks well done. I'm not gonna lie, it looks well done. It's just not something I'm interested in. Okay. Devolver is after Ubisoft. Let's see, my time, which is Central, is at 15:30. Okay. Gungeon style roguelite. Looks like, or top. This looks like Gungeon. This looks like a lesser Gungeon. Go for your shot, huh? You're first or second? Yeah, this looks like a top-down roguelite. Not really my bread and butter. You're first, okay. Arkvale. Or Archvale.
I'm Sal Davison.
And I'm Hannah Lee, and we are Humble Grove.
They're on the set of The Room.
No Longer Home is a story game about graduating university and anticipating what comes next. While struggling with borders, self-identity,
it's another deep look in the human soul indie game. How fucking great, with cell shading. Oh, hooray.
In No Longer Home, you play as non-binary protagonists Bones Out, who are based off Cell and myself. You'll explore an intimate flat filled with everyday objects, delve into Bonedow's thoughts and insights, and mold your interpretation of the characters through branching, multiple-choice dialogue.
Psyche. Indie game. What do you know?
The events in this game are based off our own experiences, and many of the characters and stories are based on the people we know in real life.
Experiences of the developer.
At the time, we were feeling disillusioned with education. Disoriented and not sure what to do
money
next.
At college.
Burn out, try to figure out their place in the world.
So now we gotta make something to make our money back. Let's try pulling at people's heartstrings.
Making this project, we wanted to celebrate the magic of everyday domestic mundanity, like having barbecues, playing video games, and staying up late just talking in bed.
Hannah and I started work on No Longer Home 6 years ago, after we graduated university. We met on the same course, and during the last year, we moved in together.
After graduation, I unfortunately had to go back to Japan. How do you say goodbye to a place? We started making No Longer Home as a way to stay in touch, but it rapidly grew as we realized how much we had to talk about and all the feelings we had to process.
Good
Thanks
for you
so much
guys.
for watching, everyone. No Longer Home will be launching later this year, so please don't forget to wishlist on Steam.
Sure, they put a lot of work into it.
Man, Origami 2 is looking
Ah,
so
yo,
fantastic. I
bruh.
need some of that stealth action in my life.
Yep, and Fire Girl, that looks pretty unique too. Up next, we have some magic and swordplay popping off in the next segment with an update
Oh,
from a
that's so
bona fide
stupid.
classic and a new entry.
A bona
into
fide
the hybrid
classic.
puzzle and
Hold on.
strategy realm. Guard your loot and upgrade your boots because we're about to slap you in the face with a spike ball mace.
Bars.
That hurt my soul. Oh look, it's a top-down RPG. An 8-bit top-down RPG. I don't know if they're trained by IGN. It seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah, Avid, so after this there will be, I think, a 2-hour gap where then it'll be Ubisoft. After Ubisoft is Devolver. Devolver's the one I can't wait for. Devolver is just always great. So yeah, right now it is 10:20 where I'm at. It's 10:20 where I'm at right now. At 1400 is when Ubisoft starts, and at 15:30 is Devolver. I don't know if Ubisoft's conference is going to be an hour and a half or longer, but I will leave the Ubisoft conference early if it interferes with Devolver, because I will rather watch Devolver than anything Ubisoft does. Got some interesting art style. Why though? Why is the fucking art style always different than the in-game art style? It's annoying as fuck. Okay, Hype Train. That's an interesting name for a company. It's another cel-shaded indie game. At least we're getting a little more diversity in their games this week than we did last week. Because last week it was like all top-down 8-bit games. At least we're getting like cel shading here. Black Rock. Or Black Rook. I don't know, that might be 2 O's. So there was one show. The Guerrillacollective had a show last Saturday. And it was worse than this. A roguelike deck builder. What a fucking, with strategic puzzle elements. What a fucking, oh no! Oh no. It's not only a roguelike card game, it is a roguelike card game with fucking bejeweled Candy Crush mechanics. Oh no. Demon's Mirror. To be fair, that's unique. No one thought to combine those two awful things together. And guess what? It makes it more awful. At least they tried. Dungeons and Dragons.
Greetings, friends. Senior game designer Slim Grant here to talk about the Bard. Stylish and flamboyant, the Bard uses the magic of music to defeat their enemies and cure their allies. This twisting of song and magic.
I think I saw something about. There was something about D&D last week.
To make this our next class. Whether dazzling their enemies with dancing lights, weaving in and out of the fray, or conducting a frenzied symphony of combat, the Bard never shies away from pulling out their instruments to string a few notes together. No matter what is needed, a Bard is always ready to take center stage and perform. And when the day is done,
why don't they show the Bard seducing a
Bard
dragon?
Becomes a source of entertaining ballads and jingles that recount their tales of triumph.
I mean, everyone knows that's what Bards do. Bards don't fight the enemy; they seduce them
we are
and
not
fuck
at the
them.
finale just yet. There is more of this ballad that will be revealed over the next few months, so please stay tuned.
Neverwinter, okay.
Hey everyone, I'm Mira, a developer
Hello.
for Straka Studio, a small Slovakian-based company that is working on a game called Loot River. Loot River is essentially an action roguelike which is about shifting dungeons around coming to Xbox and PC. And I would like to show you a new gameplay video which shows
Did he try
you
explaining roguelike without saying roguelike?
Used in the game shows you some areas, bit of combat, and perhaps a new thing or two that you didn't see in the trail.
Oh, I remember this. This is one of the few games last week. This is one of the few games last week that actually interested me. Like, it looked interesting.
And you attack with the right bumper. That's your standard attack.
My audio? Okay, sorry.
Chains into combos. It used to be just like one attack before, but now it's like 1, 2, 3, fluidly changing into one another for a better feel.
I know, he's very quiet. I'm trying to balance the audio out.
Is charge your heavy attack for special damage. Ooh, right. And there are many different weapons in Loot River, and each is useful in...
Yeah, I remember seeing this, I think last week, and this was like one of the few interesting things.
Let's go to the first combat area now, the Sunken Village. It's the first area where you already need to navigate these platforms that we saw before, and you do it by standing on the platform and dragging it with the right, upwards, downwards, or in any direction you want. And let's approach these enemies up now. Lure them onto our platform, one by one, if you will. Or what we could do instead is just like charge right in and do some heavy attacks and hope for the best. But that's usually not the best idea unless you have a large weapon. So instead we could, always like isolate them into parts that we can manage, or we could skip them completely and go for the big guy here instead. It's very dangerous. So what I'm gonna do instead is charge my attack and slam the platform into right for special damage.
Yeah, this is the game that looked really interesting.
Are procedural, but they are handcrafted at the same time. What we do is design lots of smaller areas with possible connections and then let the computer assemble them and look for logical relations in between them. So even from small pool of
Ooh, I saw a parry there.
Already getting some interesting variations in the levels. Enemies
okay.
evolve for combat on the platforms. Some can even lock platforms together, preventing you from sliding away until you defeat them, gaining your ability back. Others might wield long-range weapons, able to jump platforms or cause devastating damage. However, most of them have a weakness. Parry enemies burn really well. You will visit many interesting places, obtain legendary weapons, meet unimaginable characters, fight them, and ultimately die by your hand. But those who persist can get even further, explore places never seen before, face horrors, and perish again.
Yep. Oh, it's from the same studio that made Super
really
Hot.
Has me
that makes sense.
I really like what they're doing with the combat and the Tetris.
Yeah, that one from last week. I think that was the only one from last week that I actually was interested
Demon
in.
Mirror has really great sound.
You're just, dude, you're just saying that because you worked on that game.
Yeah.
So what do we got coming up next?
Up next, we have some dark and sinister titles, starting with a physical release trailer of a gorgeous and deadly first-person action runner.
What's a physical release trailer?
A beloved stealth classic, and ending it with an exclusive trailer from our friends at Raw Fury.
Let's go.
For the Switch, huh?
Enough! I'll handle things from here on.
Okay, I would like to see some gameplay. Cool. What amazing gameplay they showed there. You know, for a game that's supposed to be coming out in less than a month, they need to not show a CGI trailer and actually show what the fucking game looks like. Oh cool, it's a side-scrolling action game. At least this has interesting graphics, I should say. Oh, was it already out? Oh, it's just coming to Switch. Okay.
Os mesmos existem como absurda adiluteruzula. Muda em despres pures bastante.
Oh my god, this chat is a fucking nightmare world. Every other game, it was like, oh, it's a fucking woman. Oh, it's a fucking black chick or something. And now everyone's complaining that this is a white male hero. I don't think anyone can be satisfied for anything. Someone just said Twitch chat is the worst thing that happened to humanity.
An evil fog is
ever.
corrupting every living creature. There is one that is immune. Who is this mighty hero? A slime? How can an adorable little slime fight against this? This? Or that? Wait, where did it get that sword? Is that a meteor shower? How? Ice breath? When did you get that? Now there are two of them? Alright. Slimes can be heroes.
Okay,
grab a friend
enough.
and save the world from oozy monsters and formidable bosses.
At least they're being
discover different weapons and create your own magical abilities to express the way you want to adventure in Slime Heroes.
The actual game itself isn't unique, but hey, they're being cute with it. That's fun. Not something I would play, but you know what? Good for them.
Demon turn.
Oh dear lord. This looks like an actual nightmare. When the hell was this game made? This is Bubsy 3D levels of platforming.
Yep.
I'm so excited we could finally announce PS4
Oh, I'm not
and
kidding.
PS5.
This is Bubsy 3D
There's
platforming.
a lot of platforms. Oh yeah, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, Steam, Epic Game Store. Oh.
Basically, you'll be able to play Demon Turf anywhere.
Yep. But what is Demon Turf exactly? Well, Lucy, take it away.
Sure. So her goal is to take on the Demon King.
Wow, another game that the artwork doesn't match the game.
Right. And apparently he's been challenging her for a while now. Her best friend Midgie is also part of this epic quest. But enough of all that. Let's check out some gameplay, yo! Sizzle real time.
Gameplay, yo. We've been watching gameplay, and needless to say, it's a nightmare. Yo, 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 we like games, yo, yo. Yeah, this is just Bubsy 3D with particle effects.
Beavis' moveset in Demon Turf has a lot of depth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about combined moves to feel badass.
The sad thing is, they actually tried to be
special
and unique.
Different ways.
They just don't know how to make a
parts
game.
Of it.
Things really heat up though once you unlock the turf moves.
Oh yeah, yanking enemies around, rolling down highways,
soaring through the skies.
Combine it all, and you get to see runs like these from our incredible speedrunning community.
It still blows my mind every time.
Mm-hmm. Beginner or pro, we hope to see you pull off some of these moves when Demon Turf releases sometime later this year.
God, that animation is so... They spent more time on the idle animations than they did the actual gameplay animations. That is not where your priorities should be.
Bring it on.
Well, no, we don't even know if Bethesda will be showing off anything like that. And besides, I don't want to see a bunch of open-world RPGs, because it would be just as bad as seeing a bunch of these games. I want some diversity. Some first-person shooters, some linear storytelling games. But so far, for the past week, all we've seen is side-scrolling or isometric indie games. I am ready for something else. Or even just like a new, good, unique puzzle game. I mean, this looks like it had work put into it. I don't have anything bad to say about it, except for how the fucking artwork doesn't match the damn game. Jesus! Stop it! Just stop. Versus Evil.
In 1972,
oh, it's like Contra.
Commando unit threw me in a prison for a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit.
Oh, I'm so cool. A master of deception.
Hey, a coin.
Oh, this is actually a parody.
Hey, buddy, I have no paper. Here you are.
Oh my god.
Ass, literally.
Is this a Metal Gear joke?
You stole a one-eyed man's patch? That patch turned out to be handy to create a lethal weapon. What were you gonna shoot? Pebbles? Depleted uranium balls.
Okay. I'm fine with this. They're not taking themselves seriously.
The sewer was infested with assassin rats. Felt like I was a huge chunk of cheese. Assassin rats.
Because Jesse plays for
Who's
keeps.
there?
You know what?
Damn cat. Who's there?
Another cat.
Look, it's a landmine. Wait.
It's kill or be
Alright.
killed.
Alright. Not something I would play, but you know what? At least it wasn't annoying. Wolf Stride. Okay, so let's see if the game looks anything like that. Over the top. Nope. Alright, cool. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm looking at. There's too much going on. At least that looked different, I guess. Severed Steel.
Hey, this is Matt, developer of Severed Steel, and I'm here to talk about some cool ways players have been playing the demo I released. So this level, you're typically supposed to kick that door open and deal with all the guys in the hallway. But players found a way to use the arm cannon to carve a hole to the left of the door like you saw.
Players found a way, in other words, they're trying to show off they can.
Nice weapons to find in there.
Okay, this looks interesting.
A player did this cool thing where they throw their weapon down the hallway and then fight
Stop
through
pretending
the hallway.
like the player discovered
By
this.
the time
Just
you're
show
at the
the
end of
game.
the hallway, you're low on ammo or you're out of ammo, and you have a loaded weapon ready to go.
I'm not sure about the motion blur though.
When I first saw that, it blew my mind. I thought it was a super cool move. Players have been doing cool stuff with manipulating AI. So you saw I just got wrecked kicking down that door. But if I use the audio perception of the AI to kick a wall, lure them over, you can set up ambushes. That's really useful in the harder difficulties where, in the hardest difficulty, one shot kills you. So that's been a really useful technique.
Okay.
There's one stunt in the game that I didn't actually
sick.
include in the tutorial, and that's the ability to jump and kick off walls. And on my Discord, players have been sharing really crazy footage where in rooms like
He
this
needs
with a
to
really
stop
high
pretending
ceiling,
like people
they
are
are
doing
jumping
these
and
things.
kicking off enemies to get loads of airtime they can use to get really stylish kills.
Like this looks unique
in the
and interesting.
arcade mode, you get points,
But it looks
for
a
stylish
little
kills.
rough.
And getting that airtime and killing enemies upside down really can rack up your score. I didn't expect players would figure out more advanced stunts like this, but there's a lot of really cool footage.
I didn't expect players to figure out things in my game. I just thought they would play it like a shooter.
And
Fuck
in
off.
one last clip, you could see some content that wasn't featured in the demo. A lot of players asked for enemy outlines to help discern them, so you can see I've added them here. And players asked for a double shotgun, which you see I'm rocking right now. I hope you enjoyed this preview of Severed Steel. It's
Severed
slated for PC
Steel.
release late summer of this year.
I am
And if
gonna
you like what you
note
saw,
that down.
definitely
Severed
give it a
Steel.
wish list on
Like,
Steam.
that is-
If you are a console player, there are also PlayStation 4 and Xbox One releases planned for shortly after PC. Thanks again.
That is interesting enough. Now I'm not sure if it plays janky, but at least that looks, like something I might get. Okay. Interesting art style. Sable. Is that a game that's already out? I like the colors. I like the use of colors. But I want to know what this is. I'm not going to say anything about the music because this is clearly trailer music and not in-game. Hey, this is your open world RPG, Jake Bob, and you're the one yawning. This looks like the same artist who did that one episode of Love, Death, Robots where the two guys had a bunch of ghost fish in the desert, and it was a metaphor for one of them dying in his sleep. So Sable. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah,
Thank you so much,
at
Raw
this
Fury,
point,
for
that's
that
unoriginal
special
as hell.
Exclusive footage.
I don't want any more fucking Elder Scrolls games.
Reveal for one of the most bloodiest sprite-based action platformers I have ever seen.
Oh, one of the bloodiest sprite-based action platformers. What a fucking joke.
A forensic nightmare. And then we're heading to an update from a mystical masterpiece from one of our Best of the Mix 2020 award winners. Grab your hazmat suit, Alex.
Oh, why?
Because we're about to go in and get grimy.
Let's do it.
World premiere. I'm already turned off. I can't even like tell what's happening. They went so low. They went so low on their sprites that I can't even see anything. I can't distinguish a player from anything else. Yes. The bloodiest game I've ever seen. I mean, sure, if you call that blood, I can't see what the fuck's happening. Oh look, more artwork that doesn't match the fucking game. Christ. Pepto-Bismol. It is. It's Pepto-Bismol, the game. At least this artwork might match the game. Interesting. Not a roguelite. Or maybe it is. I don't think so. This looks like they're going like the Wasteland route with a See, yeah, there's a very specific type of isometric game, and that would be like an RPG that I would be more into. And if this is an RPG and not some fucking level by level death trash, that's quite the name.
Hello, my name is Jacek Głowacki and I'm the head of company development at Grow Distance. We're established by Bluebird team and we've just celebrated our 12th birthday. Our goal right now is to become a fully realized AA studio.
AA studio.
My name is Krzysztof Zięba. I'm a writer and game designer at Grow Distance. We make
His
games with
dream is
unique
to be
stories and
AA.
visual styles, excellent soundtracks and captivating gameplay. We are known for our Vampire the Masquerade.
The cheater from
titles,
Bible Man
Serial
is
Cleaner.
here.
Our next game is its sequel, Serial Cleaners, a stealth action crime story set in 90s NYC.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm actually interested. What do we got?
My name is Miki Maika, and I lead a team of 30 amazing game developers currently
Oh
working on
no,
3
this is
different
just
projects.
a commercial
Our
for the
biggest one so far,
developer.
set to launch later this year. We've got a good vibe and we're expanding, so come join us on our adventure to the 90s.
Okay, so that was just a trailer for the developer. Here we go. All right. Hey, he's got to clean up the blood. All right. I'm digging it so far. Okay. Fair enough. Interesting. Interesting.
Hello, we are
Okay,
Monopoly,
what was that?
And we're a small, very small studio from Cologne in Germany. And what you see before you is our very first game, a cinematic platformer called White Shadows.
White Shadows, huh?
So, White Shadows is basically a modern Fable. It drops you off in this huge, weird, vertical world that is called the White City, even though it's really, really dark. And in this White City, there are the rats and the wolves, and they're in charge. And then there's the pigs and the sheep who do all the work. And then there's the birds who are, or at least so they say, to blame for a deadly pandemic.
Okay.
And then there's you, little raven girl, trying to change all that.
Is this a side
so
scroller?
Basically, this game is not really a puzzle platformer. It's more of a trip.
So it's a limbo
drops you off in this really
thing.
weird world, and if you imagine inside in Tim Burton having a really mean, weird.
He just said it was
born in
inside. God
1984,
damn
then
it.
you'd have this game.
It's
Inside
black
and Tim
and white,
Burton. Fuck
it's
off.
dark. It has to do with a lot of stuff that is in our world today, and it's also really entertaining.
Yeah, because that's what I want to
As a
do when I
developer,
escape
think that's really
to
funny,
video games, is
but
to be
people who've
reminded of
played
the
it
real
tell us
world.
that it's really, really dark. So you be the judge of that.
Yeah. Ouch, the edge. We made it to be funny, but all of my friends say it's really dark, so, you know. I'm just being funny, but everyone I know says I'm dark. They just don't get my humor.
माँ दुर्गा, मुझे आपकी जरूरत है।
Nodding Heads is the name of the studio, and I'm ashamed to share a part of a name with them based on how this game looks.
अपने दिल की सुनो राजी, तुम्हें शक्ति मिल जाएगी। लड़ो राजी, योद्धा बनो।
This was also revealed on the PS5. That's embarrassing. Revamped gameplay features, huh? So is this game already out, or are they claiming they've become original and new with their game idea? Oh, the enhanced edition. So it's a game that's already out.
Shout out to Raji. Congrats on winning Best of the Mix 2020. Such an awesome studio out of India, you know. Also, Bats is looking mad slick, if I don't say so myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, before we move on to the next segment, we want to say thanks to our broadcasting partners, Twitch, Steam, IGN, and of course, GameSpot. Thank you guys for all your help in hosting the stream.
Yep. And also, don't forget to check out the Guerrillacollective
event page
on Steam to wishlist the games, play the demos from this event, as well as from Wholesome Direct, which is coming up next. We have a link on the Guerrillacollective website, Guerrillacollective.
That was how they ended their conference with that.
Up next, we're going to connect with our friends at Tiny Build. We're doing gargantuan things with really creative indie developers. Let's creep around the corner and say hello to our neighbor devs working with Tiny Build to peep
Tiny Build.
what they have cooking up.
People who made Hello Neighbor. Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, Meatbag! This is my game, Despot's Game. I will give you a group of puny humans, and you will lead them to the end of the dungeon. if you can get past my cute little robots, zombie wombies, and flesh-eating cabbage wabbages. Despot's game is a roguelite auto-battler. That means that all the fighting happens automatically. It
Look at all that
means
roguelite action
permadeath
we're getting.
and randomly generated dungeons. In order to win,
that's a roguelite.
your humans will need weapons, or whatever you can find to use as a weapon. Combine different kinds of dumb items to create your own dumb army.
Oh, that's a
Your
legitimate
army
yawn,
needs to be
actually.
positioned,
That was an
fed,
actual
and
yawn.
genetically modified. Just don't get too attached to your little humans. They'll be dropping like flies. Let me tell you a little secret. If you make
So
it
it's like
far
totally
enough in the
accurate battle
dungeon,
simulator,
you'll get the
8-bit
chance to fight other players. You probably think I came up with all this in order to raise a perfect army of mutated humans capable of conquering the universe, right? Wrong. I simply enjoy watching pathetic humans hit
To be
each other
fair,
with
this isn't a terrible
refrigerators.
idea.
You're in
So it is. It's totally accurate
now.
battle simulator roguelike.
Comfy Games bears no
Fair.
responsibility for salty tears, broken
Fair.
keyboards, busted screens, or therapy expenses due to the effects of
But it's
extended
gonna be a
gaming
game I'm gonna
sessions.
forget
Not
about because
recommended
I'm
for
not
use by
writing it
children,
down.
pregnant women, or people who have loud conversations on their phones in public.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh, this is what RJ was talking about, the potion builder game. They literally are just taking the potion builder from Kingdom Come Deliverance and they made it a game. At least this is unique, right? At least this is different. This looks special. Potion craft. Cool. This is special and different. And then there's this. Whatever.
This is Dustin.
And this is Eric from Animal.
And we're the creators of Ramen.
Along with our extremely small team of passionate individuals, we're really excited to get this out to you.
Ramen's a food fighting arena game with a bunch of quirks and twists.
And today we're going to show you one of our favorite game modes,
How
along with
quirky.
a new work in progress mode that we've been working on.
Oh, new game modes? So
let's,
it's a game
start
that's
with
already
Meatball
out.
mode. Yeah, and Meatball mode, it's all about putting the meat in the hole, the goal hole. You got to jump in and take control.
Like, what does that mean? It sounds good, but what does that mean?
Well, it's it's basically kind of like Katamari, where the objective is to jump into a giant meatball, take control of it, roll around, charge it up, and shoot it into.
Yeah, I was gonna say it rings of Splatoon.
All while basically avoiding enemies and the onslaught of food that they throw at you. Next up, Boba Ball.
Well, Boba Ball is one of our newest work-in-progress game modes, but still a ton of fun. Players are now packing a Boba Blaster that shoots Boba Balls at a giant
a Boba Blaster.
Work
I thought he
together
said an
with your taste
Ebola
buds to
Blaster.
blast the giant
I'm
Boba
like, oh,
Ball into the
no.
opposing team's goal. But look, kills don't count in this mode, so prioritize getting the giant ball from A to B. But a few balls to the face never hurt anyone, so blast your foes to keep them from gaining control of the ball.
Blast your toes?
Foes.
Okay, bros, I guess.
Splatoon, Rocket League.
Wait, what's this written down about meat chassis?
We wrote that?
Yeah, it says, say something about meat chassis.
Oh, yeah, the old bag of meat and bones. You know, the players, the soup saviors. Players can customize their character almost however they want within our high-fashion, highly polished configurator zone.
All right, well,
Cool, they
within
have
this
character
configurator
customization.
zone thing, when it comes to fashion, we got you covered with a trunk full of different culinary styles, vibes, and drips. Your soup slinger is yours to design and decorate. Honestly, the world is your oyster. Decorate to your heart's content.
Cool.
Oh, and don't forget your old Pop Pal. I think it's time we wrap it up here.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks for tuning in to watch our video and giving us the opportunity to talk your ears off about ramen.
At least
Pretty excited about
at least it doesn't look
and
like
that being
they
said,
gave
be
up
sure
on
to hop into our
animation,
Discord so
like
you
a
can
lot
be
of the
part
games
the
here.
playtest and help us perfect
So-
the recipe of ramen.
Yeah, we hope you get
Nothing
a chance
I
to
would
play.
play,
We really
but at
appreciate
least
all
it
the
looks
support
like they
y'all
put
have shown
effort
over the course
into
of
it.
development. It really means a lot and motivates us. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
is this? In a PS1. I brought this up yesterday, or it might have been last week. When is the PlayStation 1 era going to become the 8-bit era? You know how every game for the past, like, 10 years, has been, like, 8-bit nostalgia. When are we going to start getting the shitty 3D era of PlayStation 1 nostalgia? And it looks like it's showing up. Alright, I mean, it's annoying, but at least that's unique. It's annoying, but it's unique. So, you know, credit to that. Nothing I would play, but hey, it's different. Oh, fucking great. Hello Neighbor 2. You can tell immediately this is fucking Hello Neighbor 2.
Meet the creepy, AI-driven Mr. Peterson. This character has one mission, keeping you from discovering his secrets. Hello, and welcome to Hello Neighbor 2. In this game, you'll be playing as a local journalist named Quentin, who is suspicious of his creepy neighbor, Mr. Peterson. For those new to the Hello Neighbor franchise, this is Raven Brooks, the sort of town
For those
where
new to the
everyone
Hello
keeps to
Neighbor
themselves and
franchise,
goes
is
about their
anyone
lives.
on this fucking
Normally,
planet new
you would
to the
too,
Hello Neighbor franchise?
except a bunch of people have gone missing. And there's just something strange about your neighbor, Mr. Peterson. Everyone
He's
is afraid
retiring after his next film.
There have been rumors of children going to his house and
He has
never
one
being
more.
heard from
He
again.
has one more film, and he'll
Some
be done.
people say he likes
That's
to
been
lock
his
people up in
plan
his basement.
since I think.
But
Kill
no one
Bill.
has any proof. So people just try to avoid Mr. Peterson, his
Or he
odd
announced it
house,
then.
and ignore
He
the
said from the
strange
beginning
sounds
he
coming
just
from his
wanted to
basement
make,
at night.
10 movies.
You have a feeling that Mr. Peterson is behind all of the neighborhood disappearances, but
And
no one
since,
believes in your ideas and theories.
And
And while you normally
Once Upon a
wouldn't break
Time in
into
Hollywood
someone's
was his
house,
9th film.
you're the only one who believes something is wrong and has the guts to uncover the truth. When you break into Mr. Peterson's house, you'll be going against an AI that is constantly evolving. Our goal for Hello Neighbor 2 is to provide unique player experiences. This is an experience that is driven by the community. Mr. Peterson's behavior is a combination of a neural network and algorithms that allow him to constantly learn from his experiences with everyone who plays our game. It begins with the collection of player activity. Mr. Peterson takes note of player behavior, whether or not most players are likely to hide in a closet, use a certain escape route, or certain objects. As time progresses and he learns, Mr. Peterson's behavior may change and surprise you. How Mr. Peterson plays in one encounter with you might be different from the next, all due to his encounters with the game's community as a whole. In this way, the community's experience with Mr. Peterson
So
changes over time,
you're telling me the community is
allowing
gonna
for an
completely
AI
fuck
that is
over the
developed through
AI.
community actions, replayability, and great stories of neighborhood shenanigans. But these new experiences go beyond Mr. Peterson. In Hello Neighbor 2, players can interact with all characters in Raven Brooks, and these characters share the same AI core, but behave differently and have their own stories for you to discover. So while you might think you're just playing the game, you're really contributing to the development and improvement of Mr. Peterson's AI. We hope this presentation of our AI and development gives you an idea of what to expect
least they
in
have
Hello
an
Neighbor
animation
2.
for him
If you'd like to
catching
try an
you, 'cause I
early
remember
access
Hello
version of Hello
Neighbor,
Neighbor
the
2,
animation
you can
literally
wishlist the
just
game on
he got
Steam
close
and
to
check
your
out our
screen
alphas
and
on the
went black.
Microsoft Store. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the neighborhood.
Oh, they have something else. I thought that was going to be
Ahoy,
their big
sailors! Not this again. Trash Sailors! Pirate Guide. Every pirate knows that the real treasure is friendship. Just kidding. It's trash. I love you, trash. It's everything. Fuel, building materials, and weapons. Seriously, just stuff in as
It has
much
the aesthetic
trash
of,
as you
like,
can,
Overcooked.
and let her rip.
With the players all running
Just
around in that small
remember,
area while
this
shit's going
raft
on.
is your only home. Take good care.
But you're right.
And
It
if
is like
anyone dares
Rav.
set foot here, hit 'em with all you got. Too many greedy lovers want to get their hands on our marvelous, beautiful trash.
My booty.
Defend it to your last breath and steer carefully. Oh, and don't forget to fix anything that breaks. Ah, scurvy bilge-sucking son of a seagull! If your enemies get close and the good old ship's cannons aren't enough, try the newfangled trash technology. You have countless aces up your sleeve. Use anything you get your hands on. They want to steal our trash?
Wow,
Let 'em try.
this is getting more
We'll hit
time
'em
than
with
Hello
everything
Neighbor,
we
which is
got.
like Tiny Build's biggest game.
Shout out to Tiny
And that was
Build
the final
for,
thing?
producing and publishing some of the most amazing indie titles.
Their one more thing was fucking Trash Pirates.
Yep. And for our Guerrilla Collective 2 finale, we're going to head out with an exclusive
Guerrilla
humbling
Collective's
conversation
finale.
that we had with Innersloth, the team behind Among Us, and to
Oh,
check in on
no.
some fun and upbeat games, as well as take a trip back to the arcade with some fun retro throwback games.
And before we finish everything up, we are also going to go to an exclusive interview with our friends at Limited Run Games. Let's rock.
Welcome back to the Guerrilla Collective. We have Marcus Bromander and Adriel Wallach from the Innersloth dev team. Super happy
Okay,
to have
so
you
just to let you know,
guys,
it's not my
hopping on
stream.
the Guerrilla Collective
His
for an
audio is out of
interview.
sync.
Tell us about
That
yourself.
that audio is out of
I'm
sync.
Marcus, also known as Puffballs United. I'm one of the co-founders of Innersloth. I worked on a lot of the art, the sound design, game design, and miscellaneous other spots in the game, but no coding.
It's actually Among
Hi,
Us.
I am Adriel. I'm the lead programmer at Innersloth, which means I live in the code, I make a bunch of lists, I tell the other programmers what to do, and I fix bugs.
I've
I'm
only
gonna
been
talk to
watching
you a
this for an
little
hour,
bit,
but it feels like
about
3.
the team and go into what you have in store for the game. But first, I want to ask you a couple of questions about the team and how you're moving forward. So
I mean,
first
Ubisoft
of
is going to be
all,
more
for people
entertaining.
who
This
don't
is
know, where did your studio
This is
name
definitely a
Innersloth
lot
come
more
from,
boring,
and who is
because
repping
not a
the
lot
team?
of big things are happening. I think Ubisoft is going to be more entertaining
so
because
when we first
they
formed our company,
make big games, but they'll
me
be
and
super
Forrest,
damn cringy about it.
we were trying to come up with a name,
So it'll
and
be
we
more
were kinda
fun.
just
I don't
stuck,
expect
so we
anything
went on
good.
a
I
random
expect them to just
name
be really,
generation
really
site
bad.
and just like click through,
and the
click
amount of money
through.
they have makes it even better.
And
Because Far Cry
Innersloth
every
just kinda
year is about
felt-
the same. It
to-
looks
for
really
me, it
good,
was like,
and then
I have the
it comes out and it's
motivation to
okay.
make stuff, but like the
I like
inside of
Far
me is
Cry
kinda
3,
lazy,
4,
kind
and
of-
5.
it's
I
hard to
really
get
did. I've
motivated
played them through
sometimes, so
all
that
the way
the
through. I've
sloth
played those
really
games all the way
stuck
through.
to me there.
And everyone's
You know, some
favorite
people
dancing
think that
panda from
success is
hell.
overnight, but you have all been grinding to make things happen.
And I'm
with
sure
such a small
I'm not going to
team.
have anyone
What
watching
have
my
some of the
stream
challenges been during the
because
growth and
I'm
iterative
sure
development
both
of
Lex
the game
and
been?
Mac will be
I would say
streaming
I mean,
the
just
Ubisoft
in general,
conference.
going from 3 people to
So-
8 now, I think, is such a different work environment completely.
I won't have
Like,
the 10
getting everyone
viewers
on the
I
same
had for
page
this
is something
one.
That's we're still learning how to do.
Well, that's
Meetings
okay.
have to start
RJ and I'll
happening.
have a good time.
You can't just tell. I'm used to telling one person.
He
and then
so
things
Mac
go
told
from there,
me
and now I
he
have
was
to
going to
make
join
sure
me for the
to tell
ones he wasn't
everyone
going to cover.
and
So he's planning
I
on
have to learn
covering
how to
some of
write
them.
design docs.
And I sent him a message on
have it in my
Discord, but he
head
hasn't
and tell
responded
people.
yet. He hasn't come online yet.
That's dope. And you've been like an integral part of the indie community.
I gave him the
with
schedule of
helping out early on,
what
you
I
know,
was covering today.
with the
Guerrilla,
Mega Booth,
Ubisoft,
and
Devolver,
then really
Gearbox, and VR.
orchestrating Train Jam
And I told him
and
it'd be
been
great
involved in
for
so many
to
projects.
join him or have him join
how
us.
has it, like,
for at least Devolver and VR.
I understand how you kind of joined the team. How has it been on the opposite?
Those are the
end
two
of,
that
like,
RJ and I
you know,
are actually
communicating
legitimately
with
looking
Marcus
forward to.
and
Like
everybody on the
Ubisoft, we're
team?
looking forward to because it's going to be bad.
It's been fun.
But
It's
at least
been
it'll
fun
be
to
funny
sort of in
when
that
it's bad.
transition from the small team to what is quote
But
unquote the
Devolver
larger team now.
is going to be
Not that
a
8
fun
is
watch.
huge or
It's
anything,
going to be
but
good.
I was the fifth
Devolver is good
person, so I was,
every
like,
year.
right at that tipping
Like they
point
are
from
the
it
best
being
conference
small enough where
every
you could
year.
just tell one person one
And
thing and then everybody knows
the
everything. To now it's like
Upload VR,
make
of
sure we're
course,
tagging all the right people
you know,
in our
it'd be good to see
getting
that.
information out. And yeah,
The difference between Nintendo and Devolver, though, is Nintendo takes themselves seriously, and if they try to make jokes, they fall flat on their face.
Like, hey,
Devolver is
Interslaw
just
needs
legitimately funny
programmers,
and good,
you know, because at that point
because they don't give a fuck. They fuck with everyone.
And then
Because Devolver goes out of their way, and they go for the throat when it comes to these other developers. They go for the
some of the
throat.
pressure off of Forrest to be the only person
Like
doing
they were
that
the
kind
ones
of
who
stuff,
came
being
up
able
with
to do more
your
output
unethical
and
business
get things out
practices
there
of
faster.
tomorrow
So you
today.
had like notable celebrities.
They did the whole
Mad
conference
people
of just
screaming
throw
it,
money at the
and now it's
screen.
really
Give us
ingrained
little
into pop
payments.
culture. What are some of the most surreal, defining moments that have been heartwarming or have left an impact on the team?
Yeah,
during-
Devolver is the
since
only
its,
conference that I
original
actually
release
skip
until
the
now?
games to watch the conference. Because
all of
the
the, like,
conference is actually more
fan art
entertaining
that
than the
comes
games
in,
they show
and
off,
all
and
the,
they
like,
have some damn good
fan
games.
animations,
Because they had
music videos,
Enter the
remixes,
Gungeon,
just so
and
much amazing stuff.
Carrion,
we
my
have a
friend
channel in our
Pedro,
Discord that we just
like
post
they
all this
they
stuff,
support some
and it's
really
just,
good
like,
games.
empowering, gives
But
us
I like watching
motivation
their
to keep
conference
going.
more than their game reveals.
You know, you've really been maintaining the life of the game.
And their Carrion reveal was a lot of
really
fun too.
interesting updates and drops. What can you share with everyone?
Jake
on
Bob,
Twitch
don't get your
watching
hopes
during
up.
The Guerrilla
I'm
Collective,
just gonna say, don't
that
get your
is
hopes
next
up, Jake
for
Bob.
Among Us.
Because
Yeah, we do have 15 players coming.
remember,
which means we do need
I
more
think it
colors
was
because there's only 12 in the game.
a few years ago when they said
so we're
Breath
going
of the
to
Wild 2
add
would make an
6 new
appearance, and it
colors.
didn't.
I don't know if that's been
It just didn't
announced, but
so
I feel like we could say
I-
that we did
I'm not
at one
expecting
point
anything.
have a color named Barf that is not going.
true.
And I'm not interested
What
in the
is
Smash
that,
game.
like-
The
it's
only
like a
the only
speckled
thing I
yellow
have
or
on my
something?
Switch, the only thing I have
Like
on my
a
Switch
greenish yellow.
is Super Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey,
okay.
Breath of the Wild,
Imagine mashed up
and
peas, like
Mario
mashed peas that you
Rabbids,
would feed a baby.
and
Wow.
Or like the barf
Binding of
emoji,
Isaac.
just that color.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
Oh,
the
okay.
the exclusives,
I,
those are the
for
only
one,
three I
am
have:
disappointed
is
that we
Mario
don't
Odyssey,
have
Breath of the
Barf
Wild,
in the
Mario
game,
Rabbids.
but-
Me too. I was a
Um,
big champion for barf.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of
bring back
Pokemon,
Barf.
and I'm not a fan of
No
Smash. Oh nope, I have Mario Party.
No barf.
I have Mario Party.
How do you come up with like?
Um,
Because it seems interesting that
but
you're just talking about.
Not a fan of Pokemon
you know, having
or
the barf
Smash, so I'm not terribly interested in that.
Colors. How do you come up with with these different designs and ideas?
The colors are
3D
super
Zelda
hard. We're
collection?
trying to move
Oh.
away from.
So you mean like
having colors be
Ocarina,
the
Majora's
main
Mask, Wind
identifier
Waker,
for each character.
like,
So we want to
collection?
lean more into cosmetics and names. So
'Cause that would be
but we
interesting.
still want to make
that would be
them,
interesting.
At least to begin with, make them as distinct
Even though
as
they already did
possible. So
the
I have
Wind
to, like,
the Wind
pull up all
Waker
the
remake,
colors we
didn't they?
have, and then think about like.
I would
look
love
at the
to
color
see
wheel and
a
go, okay,
Majora's
maybe
Mask.
we don't have anything.
I
in
would love to
this
see a
little
Majora's
zone, I'll
Mask
try
like
something here.
remake for the Switch.
And I compare them together,
That'd
and
be
it's
great.
like this one does look really similar
Finally
to
got me
blue.
to
Or
put my
like
Wii U away. Yeah,
I could see this one
I
getting
sold
mixed
my
up
Wii
with
U.
purple or something. But eventually, we're just gonna have to.
I sold my
kind of
Wii U.
move away
The only
from
game
that
I
and not
had on
worry
it
about it as
was
much.
Breath of the Wild and Mario Maker.
It's awesome to have you guys.
That's
Thank you
another thing I
guys
have on my
for,
Switch, I guess,
you
is
know,
Mario Maker
joining
2.
us for this. Is there
thanks for
anything that
having
you want to tell the fans? Because there's going to be a lot of people probably watching this who want to know about something straight from the team.
I mean, just thank you.
I would
That's
love to see a Majora's Mask
the one that's
update.
just
That
always
would be
there.
great.
Thank you for playing. Thank you
But
for
I don't
liking
want
the
them
game.
taking away time
Yeah,
from
it's kind
Breath of
of-
the Wild 2.
That's the same sentiment here.
'Cause
It's
Breath of the
great.
Wild 2 is
It's
anything-
mind-boggling to be working on a
anything
game
like
that
Breath of the
this
Wild. It'll
many
be
people
amazing.
play and get. Like,
Oh,
such
Jake
an
Bob, you
enjoyment out.
might
Like,
be
I get
happy to hear
texts
this.
from
I
friends
have
who are
watched
like,
the first 3
"Oh, my
episodes of
12-year-old
Invincible.
was playing with his friends and was bragging about knowing that his,
So,
his mom knows
there's
you,"
that.
and I'm just like, "Oh."
That is awesome. But yeah, thank you so much
Or the
for,
first
for
4
joining
episodes,
us.
I don't remember.
We appreciate it. It's been amazing, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Build your what? Hold on. A casino builder? Okay. I'm in. 100%. Tell me we gotta take people to the back and beat them up with fucking Sawzall. Ooh. this out on the Switch? This looks like a Switch game. Blooming Business Casino. Demo. Okay. I gotta write that down. Blooming Business Casino. And then this looks like another fucking fighting game, I guess. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's something I haven't thought out about in a while. This looks unique. Man, they were saving their best for last. Everything now look. This is what I was talking about earlier, where everything was looking bland and the same, but these last few games are like all unique and interesting. Not really much I would play, but this is what I look for in indie games. This is what I look for. Even if I don't want to play it, it's different. It's fun. It's a fun idea. So, you know what? Good for these guys. This actually looks interesting. Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. King of the Hat is coming to Steam. King of the Hat is coming to the moment you've all been waiting for. Which means that you can wishlist the game. If you wishlist the game right now, you can win. You can win.
I don't know what King of the Hat is.
A washing machine.
Oh.
Success.
I want a washing machine.
And if you wishlist the game right now, you can win a sticker.
Damn.
Wow! Which is the game? You might be entered into a contest. You might be able to spin every wheel.
I want a washing machine.
Which is the game? Open up Steam, hit the button, do it for yourself. Do it to get back at your enemy. Hit the button and win! King of the Hat, which is the game right now?
King of the Hat.
Have fun.
It's a washing machine. Oh my god. How much did they spend on that 3D model of a washing machine? Okay. Ride your hoverboard. Oh, great. It's a side scroller. Very, very, very minor animation. It is very mobile. It's going to be out on all the consoles. If yesterday was anything to go by, it's going to be out on all the consoles. It looked like a mobile game. There was a whole bunch of shit. It's like, oh, this is straight up a mobile game, and it's out on fucking everything. This is a one-tap game. This is a one-tap game. It's a mobile thing. Wait, hold on. She just said let's take a selfie and took a picture of her with an actual camera. Whatever. How do you do, fellow kids?
The city's getting wrecked. No one's doing anything. I'm not here to save Venice. I'm here to kick ass. What have you done, Leo? That was my mother.
Oh, no. The Kickstarter is launching. Not even the game. The Kickstarter is launching. Old man ignores me every time. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I thought that was the cat talking and this was going to be some pet that was going to die. story of the life of a man and woman who fuck. That was like Microsoft Paint. Just splotch. Oh man. Great, it's a Mario clone. This I'm not even gonna call this a side-scrolling platformer. This is straight up a Mario clone. Even the sound effects. This is a Mario clone. Like, that is unapologetically Mario. That is Mario sound effects. That they are gonna get in so much trouble. Nintendo, it's coming to the Switch. Nintendo don't fuck around.
Crime is illegal.
Well, not anymore. Thanks to Whitewater Wipeout by Chuhai Labs.
Thanks to Whitewater Wipeout, I can finally commit the cool crime of surfing, featuring pure NAR style and conviction. What does that even mean?
It's a playdate game.
Yeah, Jeff? Yeah, I'm on set. I have no idea what the script is. No, I'm not gonna hold.
Oh, they're being meta.
I play Whitewater Wipeout.
They're being meta and they're being fun. Get it? They're trying to be Devolver Digital. Alright, Nosebleed Interactive. What
At
do you got
King
for me?
Wash Laundry, we pride ourselves on providing years of garment cleaning excellence. Our customers come for the top-of-the-line deluxe washing machines, but they
It's a
stay for our
laundromat.
professional service.
Your fucking simulator?
Now pick up the clothes and load them into an empty machine. Wait a few minutes, then transfer to a dryer. While you're waiting, make sure to pick up discarded coffee cups and throw them in the trash.
Or did one guy accidentally...
Thank you for choosing Arcade Mania. If you want to level up your takings and grow your arcade, just follow our simple 3-step plan. 1. Play your new game and set a
Oh, that's straight from Super Hot.
2.
That was straight from
Customers
Super
drop
Hot.
quarters trying to beat your score while you sit back and make fat profits. 3. Use your takings to buy a brand new cabinet from Arcade Mania. Just use your personal computer to surf the internet, and you can order online. Now just wait for your new purchase to arrive and do it all again.
I'm waiting to see what this
Play,
is.
profit, purchase. Play, profit, pest control, purchase. With these steps, your arcade is guaranteed to
Waiting to
grow
see
and
what this game
expand
actually
into
is.
a glorious arcade paradise full of our biggest hits. Good luck, and always choose Arcade Mania. Always use the brush for particularly stubborn waste matter. All that remains to be said is, welcome to King Wash Laundry.
What was that? No, what was that?
I am here with Douglas Bogart from Limited Run Games. What is happening, Doug?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, it's so awesome that Limited Run, has reached its 5-year anniversary. Can you tell the people?
One of the guys in
about
chat
Limited
said,
Run
"Look at that
Games?"
wall of anime."
If folks that aren't
I just
familiar with
noticed
it.
that.
Yeah,
This
so
fucking
Limited Run Games,
neckbeard.
I started the company with my co-founder Josh Fairhurst.
What the
We
hell
started
was
in
that?
October 2015, as a response to his
The
dev
immortal
company,
words of
Mighty Rabbit
Krusty the
Studios,
Clown.
having trouble staying in business.
No, what the
we
hell
were
was that?
Off a big project, and we didn't have a whole lot of work to do, so we were like, how do we stay in business? And then his biggest thing was we had one game on Vita called Breach and Clear, and he was like, it'd be cool to at least preserve this game even if nobody wants it, so that way I have some proof that I did something and it's not all digital. So we did that, and
Oh, he's got the Fallout.
sold the game in October.
He's got the
and it
Fallout
sold out
4
in
Pip-Boy
108
Collector's
minutes.
Edition on the wall over
And,
here. I have that.
Kind of blossomed from there, Got contacted by Epic, Oddworld, WayForward, started really pulling in the partners, and we've done over, I think close to 700, 800 individual releases now.
That
been
is
wild.
super crazy, man. Like, what is like one of the highlights
super crazy,
of
man. He's
your
about to
career in
fall
limited
asleep.
run games?
Like,
Or what you've
oh,
done?
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot.
What are you
So
doing?
we had like a wish list of things we wanted to do originally, and we ended
They
up
did
doing all of
Oddworld?
those, but like I'd probably say one of our biggest things is Scott Pilgrim, because
Oh
that was like one of the founding
sure.
pillars of what we wanted to do. And then for personally, like working with Suda on No More Heroes was a huge deal for me. Working with John Romero on Sigil, doing Command and Conquer with EA. We've just done a whole lot of cool stuff that I never thought we'd be able to. And I've talked to a lot of heroes I've always had, and it's like, I don't know. Oh, the Jay and Silent Bob game is a huge deal for me. Like, you know, without Kevin Smith, Josh and I would never have mended a friendship that we had briefly broken up when we were young. So,
you know, what I think is really interesting is just your idea of doing things in that, you know, in a limited quantity. Can you kind of talk about like
Oddworld
how,
Inhabitants is the
like
name
what
of the
kind
company that
of
made
different packages that you guys put together?
yeah, so when Limited Run started off, we were definitely very limited, and the reasoning for that was, one, it costs a lot of money and resources to do it, and we didn't want to be stuck with overstock because we can't afford to just sit on a product that takes years to sell out.
Yeah, for sure.
We started off with limited stuff, and as we got bigger, we decided with Switch, like, hey, we have no idea what the audience is here. Why don't we try open pre-orders? And
They did
that worked out really
Oddworld?
well.
I'm
and then
so
with the
confused.
pandemic hitting, we were like, you know what? Let's just do this for most of our stuff going forward. And I think the reception's been a lot better. So we're limited in like the amount of time basically now versus the amount of unit, which I think is a better approach because it gives people a chance to get it, and it's not so much that like, oh, I missed out. I mean, people still miss out, but now we work with places like Best Buy, Amazon, and GameStop, and some of our games are available at retail, which is another cool thing for our developers because, you know, as when you're younger, you're like, man, I wish one day my games could be on the store shelf, and now they can.
That's so cool.
And yeah, then we offer vinyl, we do collector's editions, we do press kits for companies, we do a whole lot of stuff now that's pretty amazing. We're always looking to expand. We're doing the retro stuff like we did for Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really happy with the stuff we've been able to do. Pretty much any idea here, you know, if an employee or coworker has an idea, it's like, why don't we run with it and see what happens and just test it out? Because you know what, if you like it, maybe there's an audience for it.
You guys have an event coming up. Can you plug it real quick? I think everybody should watch it. Talk about your upcoming releases and stuff.
We're doing our own E3 presentation called LRG3. It's going to be on June 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And we got a whole bunch of cool games in the lineup that we're excited about. The show's being produced by one of the gentlemen from Mega 64 on his own. So it's got the same similar humor. And I don't know, we just watched actually the draft of the video and it's really funny. And I'm kind of shocked actually that it came together so well.
That is so awesome. I hope everybody could check that out. You know,
I hope.
Where can we find you more information about limited run games and everything that you guys are doing?
I hope everybody can check that out.
Yeah, go to our website, limitedrungames.com. There's a mailing list option.
I just went there.
Our
They're a
Twitter,
merch
we update
store.
frequently at Limited Run Games. We have a Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Limited Run Games. Pretty much any website you go to, just add /Limited Run Games. You might find us.
Oh, Pornhub/Limited Run Games. I'll check that out.
Account, so we were everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pinterest account. I don't know.
Dope. Well, thank you so much, Doug. It's awesome to see you guys flourish. Happy 5th anniversary, and everybody go check out LRG3, right?
Everybody go check them out.
Thank you
They're
so
so
much.
much fun.
Sure. Talk to you later.
Thanks, bro.
Later, man.
The Inner Sloth team was so humble, and they've had such a great journey.
He was about to fall asleep in that
them.
interview.
Also, Limited Run Games coming up on their 6th year. They've been 5 years strong, working with indie developers to get their games out in a limited capacity in a physical kind of space, you know? So,
Rogue
so many great
Squadron?
games,
Yeah, that'd be interesting for a
devs that
re-release.
have blessed the Guerrilla Collective this year. Shout out to them, and thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, and be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about these games.
Are they gonna do one
buy
more
the
thing?
games that are available now, or add the games to your wish list for the games that have not been released yet. Wish lists help, so do it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
We also want to thank everybody who was involved to making this production possible. Wilmer Sound, of course. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
It's so great to be in this space. The mix team, of course, AV Society, Timmy, Code 32, Fully Illustrated, everybody that has contributed. Also, thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. GameSpot, Twitch, IGN, and Steam. You guys are awesome for hosting the stream. Also, we want to shout out to our sponsors: Good Shepherd, Humble Games, Tiny Build, PlayStation, Xbox,
Okay.
Kickstarter, Razer, Astro Gaming, our fellow devs and publishers, Two Awesome Studio, Akupara
Are you going
Games,
to show a game
All
from
In
any
Games,
of those
Goblin
people, or did they just
Studio,
give you money?
Graffiti Games, Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Thunderful, and Whitethorn Games. That wraps up the Guerrilla Collective 2. Such a fun time with developers worldwide and awesome partners. Thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate it.
Yes, and before we head out, we're going to show the Wholesome Direct trailer and come back with our friend,
Cool.
Jenny Wyndham.
So there's not going to be one more thing. It's just the wholesome trailer. No, 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 no. Wholesome Direct. Good for them.
Such a cozy and warm trailer. That was very nice.
It was really, really nice.
I don't know if
we
Mac's
have
going to be
our
doing
friend
his
Jenny
own
Wyndham,
thing.
aka Kim Chica, on the line to get started with the Wholesome Direct. Hey,
And
Jenny, how
no. No, 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 no. All right, so that wraps up the Guerrilla Conference, the Guerrilla Collective. We have, oh my God, we have, oh yeah, I was gonna look that up, BPM, and see if that's actually on Steam. Launchers, Steam. BPM. Fuck off, 2 Point Hospital. Oh, it is a thing. Yeah. I'm getting it. I want to try that game out. That one actually looked interesting to me. The rest of them were interesting in a very different way, in a way that I may never get them. But BPM, that is going into my library right now. Purchase. Bam. Install. It's 13 gigs, Jesus. So, that's interesting. So, I'm getting BPM. And, Blooming Business Casino. I don't remember if that was... Yeah. Nope. Having fun yet, gamers? Okay, so that is it for this stream. We are going to move on over to Ubisoft in, I want to say 2 hours' time. Let me double check that. Yes, in a 2.5 hours' time, we will get going with Ubisoft, which I think in about 2 hours from now is when I'll actually start the stream. So we will be doing that, and I'm working on Photoshop to try to make a more like put something on the screen, but I'm still not sure yet. Since I'm terrible at Photoshop, I was just trying to make things with thumbnails, like I did one for, not really thumbnails, I just literally sculpted together some shit in Photoshop. So I have shit like that can go over us talking. And then I made ones depending on who would join us. So if Evil Gnome joins us, it would look like that. And then Mac decided to join the other ones. Be that. Some just real quick shit. But at least it's something on screen. But yeah. So anywho, I'm going to go now. I'll be back in about 2 hours' time, give or take. If you're here then, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you when I see you.